Do not adjust your dial. Do not adjust your dial. Welcome to another episode of BlvdAveTV. I am your host, Old Man Logan.
Kid Gas Station P.
And we got a special guest host in here.
Lord Dave from the Dave's Mental Show.
Alrighty. And then, ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce our guest for the day, Terran Outlaw Thomas, and his co-director, creator, Joc McTeer. There you go.
What's going on, y'all? How you doing?
Alrighty. So, gentlemen, we finally got this done.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? It took a while to get the Show Me This Pig episode together a couple months back. And it took us a while to get the Boulevard Ave radio together.
Right.
But now we're here, so, you know what I'm saying? Welcome.
Appreciate it, man.
Okay, and these gentlemen made the film. We went to the premiere over the summer. That was June, right?
That was, June 16th.
June, okay, all right. And the film is titled Mr. Mata, okay? So, Outlaw, I got one, you know what I'm saying, specific question I ask everybody.
All right.
Both of y'all gonna answer at the same time, all right? So, tell me, who is Terran Outlaw Thomas?
Oh, man, I'm really just a kid from Chicago, but nah, seriously, bro. I'm from the west side of Chicago, man, and has always been a creative, you know what I'm saying? And I got an opportunity to do my own thing, to step out on a limb and do my first independent feature film. And, you know, it was a process, but, you know, it was a lot that led up to it, and it's brought me to having a full feature film on Amazon right now that you purchase and go check out, man. It's a beautiful thing.
All right.
Man, I'm Joc, man. I'm just I'm his right hand on this situation, man. We just did everything together. I jumped in with him, no experience, no anything. I mean, well, you know, we had a little bit of background in art, you know, we went to school back in the day, but other than that, you know what I'm saying, I was ready and willing to do what we had to do so we could just get this project done, man, and I was just glad to be a part of it. That's all.
Dope.
Nothing special about me. Just rolling with the punches with my
Hey, you gentlemen did something. It was the first time for me I've seen it up close and personal. You know what I'm saying? It was two, you know what I'm saying, young brothers doing something positive and doing it on the level that you did it. Y'all had a movie premiere, you know what I'm saying, and y'all put together a project, you know, yourselves. And, you know, for us to have been invited there and welcomed into the fold as we were, I was grateful for it. So never got a chance to formally say it to y'all, but thank y'all.
Appreciate it, bro.
Really appreciate it.
We appreciate how you embrace the atmosphere, man. We try to create that in every environment, every event that all the good energy, you know, Lstop production does, man.
Yes, sir. I agree.
So tell us about the Lstop production, man. What projects your company has produced so far?
Bro, we've done a few different things. I've been a part of quite a few different projects. I think it actually started with I have 3 artists that I manage, and I would always end up writing, you know, treatments for music videos and directing music videos and things like that. And I stumbled upon a set one day with my partner, Breezy, Miss Breezy, and I stumbled on set. Basically, I ended up reading for a role just to help out one of my artists because they needed positions filled in this independent film.
Mm-hmm.
I say, why not? I'm gonna go ahead and read for it, and I really had an opportunity to get some insight into what, you know, people were doing in their process. So, you know, I had already planned on writing something myself, and I'm like, you know what? Let me go ahead and put this thing in motion. So, in between that time, we actually did. I decided to get more hands-on direct work together with Valentino. He came up with this idea. The script was written, and we were going to go ahead and start shooting for it for Mr. Mata under Lstop Productions. And Valentino came up with an idea on let's shoot a web series. You know, so we end up writing this 5-person web series called The Conglomerate. You know, for YouTube. We got about 6 episodes up. You can actually go check out, and that was my first time being able to be the director. You know, like, this is not just a treatment, not just saying this is what we should do, this, and this. No, I'm directing, you know, this. And this was basically for me, this was like film school to a degree, because we had an opportunity to, you know, we have like over 8-9 episodes of footage, which if people know, we have a 5-person main cast and then all these ancillary characters. So we were dealing with 30 to 40 people at different times, getting these people to come audition or read for these roles. We finding these sets, and we got a lot of footage, and there was a lot of audibles had to be called. It taught us how to start learning with this product. You'll have people that'll do one, they'll do like a short film, and then next thing, a 5-minute short film, and next thing you know, they're out here on sets and working and getting real deals, and we felt like we had tons more time behind it, and we learned a lot. So I decided, let's roll with this team, and I started Lstop. I gave it a name, a company at that point. Lstop Productions came about. We've done like commercials for different businesses, and yeah, man, we had an opportunity to start it from there, and then we put out Mr. Modern.
Cool. So like, where does y'all influences come from?
You mean like some of my favorite directors and stuff like that, or
Whatever. I mean, like for like with y'all career path that y'all taking, like what was the influence behind it?
for me?
Man, to be honest, I just got into just like looking at certain films and just studying cinema photography, just being interested in how they create shots. We had a class when I used to go to when I was in high school. That was kind of like it was called multimedia. It only lasted for a year, but they just got me just interested in that. First and foremost, shout out to Miss Wooly, man. You know what I'm saying? But that was like one of my inspirations to kind of want to be able to learn how to create. So but other than that, it was just one big film that really did it for me when I started being really interested in and just wanted to make a film was Miller's Cross. If you ever just go and watch that movie, you could just look at the way they bring certain shots in, the way they do certain things. It was interesting. It got me interested in how the process of creating the scene works and whatnot. So we would always talk and go back and forth and just shoot the shit or whatever, but nothing never came about. But he was already an art student. He was like that all the time.
Yeah.
I did photography for a little bit. And but it was always that curiosity that was there. So basically, that was just us watching certain films. Probably what was the biggest influence.
Yeah,
Quentin Tarantino, things like that. You know what I'm saying? I took the words as a mouth on that one,
But and then for me, I like you said, I've always every school I've ever been to was art school. My grade school was a fine art school. I majored in art. Always drawing. I draw. I paint. That's why I say I'm a creative. You know what I'm saying? And that actually, this transition. After you get into adulthood. My school was an art college, but like everybody else after college, you go get a regular job.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What's gonna pay them bills? And so now, I always need to do something to get that creative outlet. So whether I was, working in the music business, actually, that helped me stay creative. I was designing all the album covers. I mean, I still do. I do the album covers. I do the, directing of not, of everything, careers or, you know what I mean? It's just something.
Creative control.
Yeah, I guess that's one way you would put it. And my goal was, I was always the movie nerd growing up. So my goal was to make sure, one day, I always thought I would do special effects for movies is what I was thinking. You know what I'm saying, as a kid growing up. But then, you look 30 years later, however many years later, you know what I'm saying, and you're actually doing all these things on the set of your first full feature film. You know what I'm saying? So like, as far as directing, okay, I'm doing that. The like special effects makeup, you know what I'm saying? And I'm doing that, so it kind of came full circle and gave me an opportunity to do the shit that I said I was gonna do, man. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, it's a beautiful feeling.
Joc, you said something like Quentin Tarantino. So bringing him up, was he one of your favorite directors? And if not, what's some of you guys' favorite directors? You know what I'm saying? Being that you're in the movies.
I really didn't specify when I first got interested into it, but I would say he stuck out the most. He had everybody knows about his typical films, but it's more or less about the style that he has. It's just jarring. I'm not a fan of the way he uses black culture sometimes in his films. Yeah. But I can respect the way that he approaches certain ways.
The way he does what he wants.
So, what motherfucker? Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say the way he does what he wants with,
right.
You know what I mean? He kind of like a for lack of a better term, an outlaw about it. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna do what the fuck he wants.
He does.
You know what I'm saying? And you don't need the traditional film schools and this, that, and the other all the time. You know how to tell a story.
Right.
You'll be straight.
So in relation to that, like even with Robert Rodriguez, like those dudes, he said it. Robert Rodriguez said, like, if you are going to film school to make a film that everybody else went to school to make a film about, like you making this exactly.
Yeah.
So just directors that color outside the lines pretty much is like what I admire about that. So like it doesn't necessarily have to be the approach doesn't have to be like what I would agree with, but just the fact that they taking that stance on, well, I don't want to do it like a typical, you know, movie or whatever.
Right.
So that's what I kind of admired about him. But like all that other crazy goofy shit he do, I don't really, you know what I'm saying?
The
Like,
antics.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like the Sean Jackson shit and all that. He was kind of weak on that shit, but that's his personal life. I don't really, everybody got their own situation, but this artist, what I respect because he do whatever he want.
Yeah, I like a lot of. I like Scorsese. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
I like the way he puts. He can tell some stories, man. Different, just visual shots in Scorsese films. And it's a lot of. Bill Paxton was actually one of my favorite directors.
Brian De Palma's pretty good.
You know what I'm saying? You got some directors that do things with film. You know what I'm saying? And when I say good, I'm looking at it because it's something that I like. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to be. And I'm not into. I'm not into like the rom-coms and you know what I'm saying? I don't look at those types of films for directing. You know what I'm saying? I look at films like, the type that I watch. I like crime thrillers. I like, you know what I'm saying, action, offensive comedy maybe. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But
Can I say something though? Like, I'm gonna be honest, Joe. Like, seriously, after we went through this process, like, you know what I'm saying, it just being our first one and just being so intricate with the details and everything that we had to follow up on. Like, I haven't been able to watch nothing the same, so I really don't watch TV and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like you two in your head about stuff.
Right.
it's a different language. You watch it different.
Look at the way they do. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
hard
Instead of
to-
you paying attention to the story, you paying
paying
attention to
attention to how it's
Everything
Yeah.
else.
Exactly. It's
It's just like the process, or man, I ain't never watched the show since this process.
Yeah.
And it's
I
like how
love
much
just
they
watch, like,
how much they
live
doing
events.
with how much they had to go through, how many streets they had to cut off for this scene,
Right.
who they had to talk to get that. You know what I'm saying?
I've done
Like,
that. I'm not into directing, but I like to want to be in movies, and I've done that by looking at movies. Like, dang, I wonder how they did this.
Exactly.
Same thing. Like when it rained when I was young, I wondered how did they make it rain? Was it raining that day for real?
Exactly.
They
Right.
have to
Right.
wait
And
till
and
the
my
started
thing
going
is,
down that rabbit hole.
and I'm like, I know how they would do it. How much does that cost? How much would I need to do that?
Right,
What's
right.
a cheaper way to do that? You know what I'm
Right,
saying? Because
right.
real talk, bro, it's like you see some of these sets and shit that they have, and you like, man, y'all wasting so much money. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro,
Oh,
they
man.
waste so much money.
To
Like,
make it, you know, the thing about it, the thing that it makes it more crazy that they waste so much money on making fake things try to look authentic.
Yeah.
Like, it's just,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why even, like, okay, now, I think now they doing that now. Like, you look at what Netflix is doing.
Netflix is, their budgets are crazy. It's like they own everything. I just watched a joint last night. This obviously, how do I not click it? It was called Outlaw King. I was like, it's 2 a.m.
Right.
Fuck it, like, you know what I'm saying? And it was like, I guess the William Wallace after he was whack. You know what I'm saying? Some of their culture, I could care less. You know what I'm saying? But it was all I could sit there and think about was all these fucking horses and they in this mud all day and all these extras and who on wardrobe. Like I couldn't sit and pay attention to it because I'm looking at everything
much
else.
in your
Bro.
head, man,
You know what I'm
for
saying?
real.
Like, and that's what it is for me now watching movies.
Yeah. I didn't do that with movies because I never really been on that side of movies, but like with music, I started doing that with music because I used to, you know what I'm saying, try to dabble in rap.
Right.
So I got to a point where I can tell when somebody punched in.
Yeah.
I can tell when he finna take a breath to start the next bar. You know what I'm saying? You just start picking up stuff. You can tell when somebody like hit that to put him in that, trying to cover, or they doubled it up or something like that. So yeah, your mindset approaching it definitely changes once you on the other side of it.
You might have to just watch movies because, like, that's what I have to do. I just have to just start listening to a bunch of music, listen to podcasts or them driving, anything like just to keep my head sharp. Right, instead of just like paying attention to like watching films and watching I just rather watch something that's like unscripted or live, so that way I don't have to
You have to look at all that.
Exactly. exactly. You know,
To it,
just to pay attention straight to it. That's crazy.
So before you guys started doing all of that, what was your all-time favorite movie that you can watch over and over and over again?
It's hard to do for me. I rarely watch movies more than once, but the last movie that I can tell you I watched more than once was it's a new joint. It's called They Come For Us at Night or something like that. It's on Netflix.
I know what you're talking about. I didn't watch it, but I know what you're talking about.
Watch it, bro. You know, I'm into, you know what I'm saying, I like joints like that, and they put some work behind that movie. You know what I'm saying? Like this, the court. It's about some cat, you know, triad. You know what I'm saying? But the scenes. Have you ever seen The Raid?
Yeah.
It's like that. Okay.
Is it the same cat from the Raid?
He in it. He's in it. You know what I'm saying? The main dude is in it, but he actually a villain in this one.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But bro, the movie goes crazy, man, and it's one of those things that take like 24 minutes to pick up. But once it goes, it just, you know what I'm saying? It just goes. So you know what I'm saying? But growing up, a favorite movie, bro, it's just hard to say. Like The Last Dragon was one of my favorites for different reasons. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? Goodfellas is one of my favorites for different reasons. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard for me to narrow.
It's a few that I would think of that will come to mind. Specifically, like I said, Miller's Crossing is definitely one of my favorite movies. I could probably watch that a lot. But like, you know, I could just have something like that playing while I'm getting ready throughout the day or whatever, you know. But like, honestly, like I'm immature as hell, man. So like I like comedies and stuff like that. So but like one movie in particular, man, because I'm a big fan of like stand-up comedians, man. Norm Macdonald, man, he got a movie called Dirty Work with Artie Lang, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
And so like, you know, I had that movie since in high school, bro. Like I swear, dude, I will drive and listen to that movie playing and watch that movie all day long just because it's just immature and stupid, man. Norm Macdonald, you know, a lot of people don't get how he approaches comedy, but you know what I'm saying, the way he does it is genius sometimes.
I was gonna say, it's funny, one movie that I used to watch all the time, now that I think about it, I just throw it on in the morning getting ready, was I'm About It. Getting ready in the morning, I used to just throw it on, throw the tape on, you know what I'm saying, and roll, and that was funny.
I remember that, Joe.
You told me something about that, you know what I'm saying? When I think about it.
Oh yeah, when I was when we was talking, I watched the trailer for the movie, and I said I felt like the movie was like I'm About It meets Interview with the Vampire or something like that.
Yeah. And I thought that was a very it was a dope depiction. I think that was
when
probably
I'm About It was out. You had to press rewind and wait like 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, I had this thing on tape.
Yeah.
I'm About It was good, man.
It was
good. He knows I was not a fan of No Limit Music. I was not.
He was one of those. You know, it was like very
They came out for him, man.
Yeah, they did. You know, a couple of them.
Here's the thing.
Miss Cool is already around. I fuck Miss Cool, but like, you know what I'm saying? I just that Silk the Shocker shit. I can't listen to somebody that stutter when they.
I like him because he had his own style.
Yeah, that's
what I like.
Hey, but these cats like Herbo and people like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like,
that's all they doing.
That's all they doing. It repeats itself. You know what I'm saying? But look, bro, that was a very impressionable time in my life, right? You know what I'm saying? I was what, 12, 13, 14, right?
We was
in that age frame.
Right?
Yeah, and every summer I would go to California. You know what I'm saying? Because my older uncle, he like 5, 6 years older than me. He got shipped out of there from the city because, you know, city gets right. So we you know, I go out there and like, you know, I was already listening to No Limit, but you know what I'm saying, him and all his guys were listening to No Limit, and they were all from here,
right?
Like, and his one homie, his name was Bob, man, rest in peace, Bob. Listen, this was the craziest dude I think I've met to this day. You know what I'm saying? He's no longer with us, but this my hat, I'm About It tattooed on his back, right? You know what I'm saying? And this was probably like he got it when the song came out, so,
right?
You know what I'm saying? And he was nuts. He
was about it.
He was about it. You know what I'm saying? And like, you know what I'm saying? It was just a very impressionable time. So I was like, you know, that carried on. You know what I'm saying? And I just, you know, like, hey. Back in the day, I was About It.
I was in high school. He was 14. And he came through with the tank on already.
Hey, you know, I pull up every summer. I would go out to LA. You know what I'm saying? And you know, they'll come pick me up from the airport. You know what I'm saying? And look, his brother Brian, my homie, the nigga. Hey, These my guys, man. Look, he picked me up he pull up white Suburban box one, on some rims with Chicago boys in the window. This is in LA, right? You know what I'm saying? He come pick me up. I get in the car, it's the biggest pit bull in there you ever seen. He's like, come on, I'm like, B, what you like? It's good? Listen, man, we had some crazy times in them summers. Some brothers taught me a lot, in that time frame.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I was already here doing my thing, and then I come back every summer. You show that growth and that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. That's
a good mix of coaches too, because you got your Chicago coach, and then you go out there, and you can soak up some of that LA vibe, and you get to bring that back with you.
No, I would always take Chicago out there. I was the cat that was. I'm from Chicago. I was Chicago. Everybody we hung with was from Chicago. I don't know how these niggas linked up. You know what I'm saying? They met out there and it was over. You know what I'm saying?
That happens all around.
Well, you do. Right? You bumping into somebody who's from
Yeah. Hey.
Atlanta, they say Atlanta got an area they call it like 87 or something like that. They were saying that they got an area they named it after one of the streets out here. That's where all the people from Chicago be at over that way.
Wow. And they call it 87.
Like something like that. Like you know what I'm saying? Like something like I'm not don't quote me, but it's something in that.
Right.
Hey, it does. Hey, that is true. When I lived in Arkansas, I met cats. You know what I'm saying? And one of my homies, I was working as a manager at this Burlington. You know what I'm saying? I saw a cat come in. I called her front. I see them bringing in a resume. I say, read his resume off to me. She said he was from Chicago.
Hired.
Tell him come holler at me. You know what I'm saying? That was it. You know what I'm saying? Listen, he was one of my homies that made it to my wedding. Yeah, damn it, 5-6 years later, I have along. And I'm he in town tonight. I'm going to pick him up from the airport tonight. So, you know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things where you build those, hey, let's get it together. You know what I'm saying? So in a small place, hey, you know what I know. Let's get to it. You know what I'm saying? So, shit, that's those bonds and shit that you build. But yeah, man, it was, I'm about it. I was about it, man. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up. I think he influenced me to be like, man, you can do this shit. Yeah. Like, bro, look, goddamn, it got $10,000 back in like '92 or some shit. You know what I'm saying? And figured out a way to make it into who he is now. This nigga, look, his kids straight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, Joe? Like,
that's what it's about.
Yeah.
He took care of it, bro. So you know what I'm saying? Shout out Master P.
I still fuck with this, man. I'm just being putting that out there.
That's the ice cream,
I admire, his tenacity, his drive. Hell yeah, you know what I'm saying? You can't hate on that shit.
Right.
I can hate on the Master P shoes, though.
It was over with by the end, though, for me.
When the motherfuckers popped up the chips, I ran. I said, Grandma, I need these P Millers.
Didn't he have like a spinning
The big
wheel?
ass shirt. No, I wasn't
No, that was Genius. That was Genius.
I wanted to know.
I had a big wheel had that too, though.
It was some Dada. It was Dada.
It was Dada's.
Dada. But he did have a shoe that had like a big circle on
money
it.
back, Joe. They should retrograde pay on that shit, bro. Give them people their bread back. I know y'all rob people on that.
Dada's wasn't hard.
But see, that was
I was past that. I knew, by the time this shit came out, I knew better back then. You know what I'm saying?
That was around the time that was spinning wheels and stuff. That shit was hard.
I remember I had a homie.
But see, I was too old for it by then. You know what I'm saying?
I never wore, but
I
I
knew better.
I had a homie
He was like 11 or 12
and
at
he
the
came to
time.
school, and I was like, damn, Dada.
They let you get you.
I can't even want to hold because he's my homie. They crazy for those.
Hey.
He was like,
You know what I'm saying?
he was sad as hell. So
It was either that or the exchange, bro. What I'm gonna do? What I'm gonna do at that point? What I'm gonna do? I gotta take the Dada's, bro. I'm gonna spin this some bitch until they fall out.
There's a lot of shoes around that time. Those, the S.Dot Carters was out.
Yeah.
I think I had a pair of stuff.
Pure rip off the Gucci.
That's not so different. They was like,
all those all season long. Joe Diodor's and Gucci, they was just ripping them clean.
Yes,
shit, why not?
Didn't the game have some shoes too? The Hurricanes?
Yeah.
Everybody got some shoes. All them shit.
But that was
But they didn't even wear their shoes.
Nah, hell
Shit.
nah.
all the shit.
Like the word, like no offense, love you 50 man, but
He can't dress.
The dress apparel is dated. I guess I don't know.
Hey,
I'm not even gonna say it's bad. I think it's just
New Yorkers
still
can't
what it
dress.
was.
I was about to say.
I used to growing up. I used to think they was the shit. Like they used to style from.
Yo,
When you look at them now, you like,
You like,
them
I'm
niggas
like,
like.
change the slip, but it's like, yo,
Only a
it's,
couple.
Fab is like the only motherfucker.
y'all taking
And
y'all
you
trying to be
gotta say
different
Dipset
to
too.
another level.
No.
back then, Dipset
Back
was,
then,
that was
that was
Back
it.
then, bro.
Like,
They
At the
still dress
time.
like that.
That was the style.
They still dress like Dipset today.
Yeah, like
Hey, Dipset is still fresh. I watched that video. I watched that new video. I said Jim Jones in there fresh.
When you look back 10 years on your life or whatever, like back in that era, you looking like y'all led me down this path.
Right, like
you influenced this.
They had like they got the new jogger fit, but they got that big ass Dipset symbol. Like no
with
one's
the
wearing.
do-rag with the split colors.
No one's
like,
wearing
nobody
rapper clothes no more.
that shit.
Stop it, y'all. Stop.
I don't know. You go a couple places like
Oh shit.
out south. You get
Oh,
like,
No,
It would be.
get outside with it. No, we ain't wearing it out here.
hey, y'all know
Yeah,
some
like, right.
like Robbins and places
Hold
like
on.
that.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell
Your
yeah.
main man Rail got y'all fucked up, okay?
Oh,
the shit he put on his show.
I'm like,
God.
I think
Rail
like,
can't dress for shit either.
Look,
Come on, Rail. What you got on?
I think he really do be getting this man's outfits, Joe.
He-
Like, man, come on, what you need?
I'm like, why you overdoing it, bro? Like it's like he trying to overdo it. Like
He want people to know where he from.
we know we get it, bro.
That's
like,
what it is.
But I appreciate the theme song coming on. I don't know how. You know
I
what I'm
hate
saying?
that. I said,
That's how
Jimmy Rail, why'd you
doing
gotta
it.
throw the West
Hey,
Side party?
Hey, cause you from hey,
He got a
can't
rap,
just
man.
support-
I thought he was from the South Side at first.
Nah, he always been,
He was always talking about Harvey and shit. So I always thought he was from the South Side.
Yeah.
But
Now that see what he do is when he go to the club, y'all hear him out here, so he talk about out here.
Right.
But shit, he from out, you know what I'm saying?
No,
So shit, if he,
I haven't really got around to watching the show. I'm not.
It's a good show.
Yeah, I
watch it. It's a good show.
I want to see it in 2 years.
Man, I absolutely have been following Little Rail's ascent, Joe. I mean, I remember, like, I watched him, the first time I saw him was on Michael Bay's show. He had a spot on there. He did like 5 minutes or whatever, man. Dude, he killed.
Yeah.
Talking about his moms and shit, like, you know, his pops being in the gang and shit
Right.
back in the day. Like, he was funny. He just killed the entire set, like, did not waste a minute, right?
Yeah.
Then the next thing I know, I'm seeing him. He opened up. I think he was opening up over there for. I think he was either Little Duval or one of those guys. Man, he was just on a roll. Bernie Mac had a event when he passed away on Thanksgiving. But when he it was like just like a benefit concert for his family. Man, about 4 straight hours of comedians, dude. Like, it was incredible. Like, I seen all these guys, D from Dion Cole,
Okay, yeah.
Lil Real, like what's his name, Sadiq from that just did a special on Comedy Central not too long ago.
Okay, okay.
Joe, like, everybody you could think of that's comedians that's like coming up right now, they was there doing this shit, and Lil Real was like one of the first dudes. He set it off in that motherfucker. Like,
Yeah, Joc.
like, he been slamming since, though.
my first time seeing it was on the Carmichael show.
word?
Word?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't know
he was already on by then.
I seen the special at the Victory Theater too,
He's-
man.
yeah.
I was there that night, man. That was crazy. Kevin Hart was in the stand, just sitting there and everything.
Yeah, we used to always go to what's that comedy club over there on 47?
Used to
Jokes and
jokes
Notes.
Jokes, Joe, we used to go there all the time, and he used to be the host. You know what I'm saying? So we'd go. You know, I got a lot of cats that you know, I in the same circles we would be these comedians. So if y'all know, check out Just Niche. She killing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I went to one of her shows.
M. Phipps. You know what I'm saying? He
Yeah,
killing
Marvin
it.
Phipps,
Marvin
man.
Phipps. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man, that's
Who else?
Marvin, man.
He go by. I think he go by M. Dubs.
M-Dubs,
Yeah,
man.
you know what I'm
M-Dubs,
saying?
man.
You got Just Needs him, Erica Clark, you know what I'm saying? She actually had
Erica,
a
yeah.
role in a movie. Hey, a lot of times she go by Mr. T daughter. Listen, Joe, her and she is Mr. T's actually.
Right.
Yeah,
That's serious.
you know what I'm saying? All right. So listen, they all on both of them on a special with short dude, Kevin Hart. They on a special with Kevin Hart. You know what I'm saying, bro? If y'all watch it, they both kill that shit. Her and Erica, Just Niche and Erica, they both kill it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all
Check that
pull it
out.
up on because it's like Kevin Hart bringing out all these new comedians. He
Oh,
goes
that
from city to
LOL
city.
Laugh
Yeah,
Network
yeah,
thing.
you know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Hey, listen, bro, they
Yeah.
kill it. You know what I'm saying? So I think they actually played it on HBO. So you know what I'm saying? You know, everything on the
Search
internet.
that.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Y'all can pull that up, Joe. But it's it's inspiring to see these people that you working right next hand in hand with them. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And
yeah.
you see, hey, all you gotta do is keep your head down, keep working. You know what I'm saying? If you want this shit, then keep grinding.
Lil Rel
You know
is a
what I'm
perfect example of that, man. Like he rose fast. Like he didn't rise fast. I'm not gonna say that, but it would seem like he did.
Mhm.
But he's been grinding for a while now,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
He did a
saying?
good
You're from
job.
the west side.
And you know what's funny about Lil Rel to me?
right now.
Hey man.
Yeah.
All this other shit. What's
It
up?
seems
What you mean?
like it seems normal
I'm
what he's
serious.
talking about, the way he acts, and he's like he acts like a dude that's funny from out west.
Uh-huh.
But it seems new to everybody else. Though.
Yeah, because
You know
it's
what I'm
like I
saying?
was saying about the show, it's more of us because we know where it's from, and he's bringing it to everybody else. So I like that about him.
It's cool though. It's just cool to see like he act like my cousin. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just cool to see that about him though.
Yeah.
But you West Side niggas? No. You ain't been on Facebook lately?
I don't even. I've never had a Facebook.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's why. Okay.
Look,
Why, what's up?
look.
We ain't gonna talk about that.
Yeah, let's get back to the question.
Yeah, so next
We
question.
got a love.
Wild though, bro. Straight up. I'll tell
You know.
it's crazy.
You know.
That's wild, bro.
Hey, hey.
Like.
Oh, y'all different.
Yeah, don't be sober and have that conversation.
So what y'all feels like the best movie of the year?
Man,
A lot of shit came out.
shit, we've been paying attention to Mr. Mata, but
Hey, bro,
I mean, comedy, I'm a comic book guy. I guess Infinity War
It's
was
kinda hard to go-
top,
you know what I'm saying?
top
It's
for
like-
me. It's kind of hard to go against that. It was a good,
a surprisingly good movie that I
Yeah.
just saw recently was I thought Superfly was better than I expected.
It was good. It was.
I was like, people kind of like,
Only
deterred me
reason
from it
because
because
the guy
everybody was
played
like they didn't like it.
I didn't hear
Yeah,
anybody
I
really
heard,
saying they didn't like
when
it.
I first, when it first premiered and everything, I was hearing a lot of negative shit. I'm like,
Well, see,
what?
It was good.
You were
I was
hearing it
like,
from
yo,
people
do
who
I
were
was-
reading about it.
I was hearing it from people.
Oh, see,
See, that's the thing, like, and I try not to, I don't read about nothing, like, usually I go
Look.
off of human experience, somebody say something to me, it's kind
Man,
of like,
look, the
yeah,
first
I
two
might
people-
wanna-
I don't even
not
check
want
that
to waste
shit
an
out.
hour and a half of my life if
Right.
it's not worth it, but like,
Yeah, because
I
I was the same way. So I'm like, he may not be fit the role.
Right.
But when that
He
first
pretty
scene
worked
came
it.
on,
He
and his
made it
voice
his
thing
own.
came out, I
He made it
said,
his own.
I said
It
he
wasn't-
did a good job.
He
So
wasn't-
It took me 30 plus minutes to get past his hell.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But after that,
Yeah.
it fit after.
And see, that was my thing. Like, I thought, okay, if we're gonna make the Mac, he perfect for Goldie. I didn't know about him as Priest, but
Right.
I'm thinking about the blaxploitation joint, the original.
So
one.
did it follow, like, I don't want to know, like, I don't get it.
No, just watch
Did
it, bro.
follow
Just
to the
watch it.
letter
Just
in
watch
terms
it.
of
No,
how-
it's
not even.
It's not even-
What I
it's
like,
just-
what
so
they
it's
did,
just synonymous
it's a
with the
new
name,
it's a new
that's it?
rendition.
Okay,
it's
that's I could
you know
dig
what I
that.
mean? It's like
Then, see, that's
they
what I'm
kept
saying.
some things parallel, you know,
Yeah.
but it was its own story, and I thought it was done. I thought the characters
that's
was done
what I
well.
would appreciate.
So like the
Even
remake
the,
of Shaft.
the over characters, it
And
was
Jason
like,
Mitchell
like
did
that
a pretty good job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's more like a reboot than a
Yeah.
a
It's not like
reboot.
Is it like Samuel Jackson version of Shaft?
pretty much.
Something
Okay,
like that.
Yeah, pretty
yeah,
much.
a reboot.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, a reboot I will process better than you saying this is the remake of the
Remake of-
original.
yeah.
Because if you don't get it right, I'm a shit on it. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
mad. You know
I
what
think
I'm
they,
saying?
I think they had
Right.
and the first two people that mentioned that said I need to go see it. One was my director of photography, and the other one was my partner Breezy. I was like, they both said it. I gotta go check it out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
I'm
and
just with it.
there was a lot of things in it that we would like to do. You know what I'm saying? That you see that you can do because they had a crazy budget.
Yeah.
These
Oh,
niggas
yeah.
was driving, slamming a Lamborghini through the park.
Right.
The
Yeah.
Lamborghini
Yeah.
and what else? The
View,
Lexus.
the
joint.
Lexus,
Yeah,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So like tearing up shit.
Yeah.
Like the
It
joint is
was-
nice.
it was
Joe.
dope.
It was done. It was done well.
I'll definitely give it a shot.
Had a couple corny moments, which should be expected. But
Well,
it was,
I mean,
it was cool.
Hey, that first scene started off slow for me. I was like,
When I heard him speak on the first scene, I said, yeah, he got it.
It was cool.
no, it wasn't
That's
him.
why
It
I
was
was
the dude he
thinking-
was talking to.
Oh,
My
dude,
problem.
it's the fact that I seen him in some other shit, and I'm like,
Yeah,
why
not
is
only but he
he?
did
Yeah, fake hair.
Yeah, he had the fake dreads and the tattoos.
Me and my girl was like, what?
I was like,
versus
Because that's somebody
you
with
know what I'm saying? In contrast from one character to
Right.
the next.
Right.
I respect their craft when they do that.
Yeah.
Like,
that scene. Oh,
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, and that scene felt like it's one of those things. Just from being on this side of the camera,
Yeah.
it felt like that was something that they shot first, or at a separate time,
Right.
and added it later. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
yeah,
Like it didn't
okay.
feel like all the characters were into themselves. It didn't even really match the tone of the
Right,
rest
I
of the
get what you're
movie.
saying,
It
yeah.
felt kind of cheese but corny. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what
The
you're
first
saying.
scene was mad corny, and then the rest of the movie don't even really follow it.
Yeah,
Like,
because it was like
you know what I'm
car in the
saying?
club. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It was
Right.
just like so. But yeah, you know, they was like, man, we gonna keep that scene. That's how I look at it. They were in the editing room was like, fuck it, we gonna keep that. You know,
It's gonna be quick.
we keep it in there, right?
Definitely all about it.
We pay producers like we paid him X amount of dollars for that day. We gonna
keep it. All right, so what's your favorite genre? What genre of film do you think is the best?
For me,
Yeah.
that I'll sit and watch is definitely gonna be like, you know, thrillers, crime, like you know, crime thrillers. You know, you got like the Goodfellas, the
Right.
I don't know, man. I like somebody got to die for me in a movie. I mean, I want to see. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to watch some old regular romance like. The shit, I don't care about people's show me some shit that I can't normally see. You know what I'm saying? I want to see something like, you know, and then I hate movies that like kind of, it's a good movie, don't get me wrong, the hate you give, it's good, but I don't want to leave the theater pissed off.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah.
That's my thing. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? I've never watched slave
That's the
movies.
sounds of a good. That's the sounds of
Nah,
a good film.
bro,
If it could
but it's
jar your
not.
emotion a little bit like that, though.
But no,
I'm
the
just
emotion
saying-
that's drawn. This is why I don't watch. I don't care to watch like slave
That's-
movies.
yeah,
I know what that
it's-
shit
it's a
is.
trigger,
I don't want
right,
to see
right.
another
It
movie
triggers
about
you.
Right.
like I don't want to see another movie about some shit that we know happening. It's like that 7 seconds.
Yeah.
Which I was
Yeah,
saying.
yeah, that show.
I spent
What you talking
fucking. I watched the whole fucking
I didn't even
joint,
watch it.
all these hours and shit, binging on this shit for the shit that happens normally
Right.
to happen.
Right,
Nobody
right,
goes to jail for killing this young boy.
Yeah.
Fuck this movie. That's how I felt like it about.
And she won an
We
award
see this
for
shit
it,
every
too.
day, right? We see this shit every
Then they
day all the
cancel
time. That shit.
Right, and they canceled.
Then they
It's
cancel.
like, bro, I'm
telling
good
you,
on
man,
that.
some
I don't
people
watch
are just trolls. I feel like they trolling on people's emotions. They know
You're
that
right.
it's gonna be something provoking,
And that's
so,
why I
you
don't,
know,
I don't watch it.
yeah, they call it. Well, I mean, at the same time, you still got to think, man. There's still people that's ignorant out here that's not aware, man. So like sometimes.
Well, I see it too much, so I'm
Yeah, it definitely.
And that's
it
that,
definitely is
with that movie. I felt like that was one of them that wasn't for us. Like
Yeah.
we live that, you know what I'm saying? So we know that.
Exactly.
But the other side don't. So it's kind of
That's
like
what I'm
I
saying.
felt like it was something like maybe this to bring awareness for them more so than us. Like it, you know what I mean?
Right.
It was shit. I just
That was my
7
take
seconds
on
joint.
it.
But,
Yeah, I
my-
like. Remember when she would,
Go ahead.
girl, if you don't get your ass in this house, she out this sleep. Man, look, you tripping? Get your ass in this house. You're the only one that lost a son.
Right,
Get your
right.
ass in here. She's sleeping out in the car. Look,
I never finished it. I was telling the work. I never finished it.
you ain't
Because
this shit.
when the little boy, the guy on the street, the young guy, when he told her like that they son was at his house and they was fucking or whatever,
I was done.
I turned it off. I was like, oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
here we go, bro.
cool.
It was just,
I find
it
something else
just,
to watch.
so it was
It
just
makes
like,
sense.
it's just doing this, just turning on his head.
It didn't make sense. I'm like, why y'all put this in here? So I'm going
Right,
to
we had to be gay. Yeah.
Like-
that didn't make
every time. We talking about that earlier. Every show, every movie, it gotta have either a gay person, a gay black person, or an interracial couple. And I'm not watching none of it. So
I
I tweeted that the other day. I don't
it's-
even watch interracial porn.
I never did that shit. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Hey, bro, I scroll.
I tried that shit like murder. I just can't get into
No
it.
homo,
Yeah.
but the man and the woman gotta be black. I'm sorry.
Facts.
Facts.
Like, for real. I mean, Joe, like, straight up.
I agree.
Just scroll. Scroll.
NBA might find like NBA Jokic, but no homo.
Some prejudice.
That shit was brutal.
What was the most challenging thing about directing?
Bro, listen. This process has been the hardest thing I've ever done, Joe. From the beginning of writing it to ending of filming and having a product was 3 years. You know what I'm saying, bro? And it's like, and essentially it's all on you. You know what I'm saying, bro? You can't get 45% through with it. You know what I'm saying? Once you start, you got to finish, bro. You got to keep going. It'll be days like bro, it was, how many people was on the stage as cast and crew?
Yeah.
It was about 45, 50 people or something. You know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
bro? Like,
quite
it was,
a bit.
it was like, when you sit there and think about how much work went into it, how many days and hours we put into it, and time and on the phone, and how much money, and you know what I'm saying, bro? I'm talking about filming to 6 in the morning, going to sleep for an hour and a half, going to work. You know what I'm saying? Only to get off and finish.
back up on
you know what I'm
that.
saying?
Yeah,
Like, bro,
yeah.
it was It was, but it was
the shit.
It was the
though,
shit.
at the same
Like real
time.
talk.
It was
You
the
don't
shit, though, man.
Just
don't look at the. You know what I'm saying? It's always about the journey, bro. You know what I'm saying? The worst. I was watching. I don't know what I was watching, but it was somebody was saying, bro. It's during the process when it's like the most you hate it. You can't stand it. It's the roughest part. It's this. It's that. You want to give up, but then when you fast forward and you get done, that's the shit you remember.
Right.
That you enjoy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That you like, damn, bro, we made it through that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's just one of them things where you sit there and you remember, oh shit, we did do this all night. We
Right,
did
right.
do that. You know what I'm saying? It sucked at the time, yeah. You hated it when it was happening,
Right.
but you appreciated it way after the fact. You know what I'm saying?
Anything that puts you through some type of trial make you better in any way, shape, or form. Like, you know, physical, mental, like a lot of it was just trying to figure things out and try to figure out how to do things.
Sure.
Right.
So it was cool, man, because even though it was
My job might be watching.
That's a fact.
even
Bro,
though
it's real nowadays.
You behind the
Yeah,
camera, so you
that's
can't.
crazy.
I work for the city.
I work for the government. They
Oh,
watch-
word?
Is this
they
almost
watch
over?
I'm talking about later. Are you watching this?
Are we on live?
I'm reading a
No,
book.
right?
I'm reading a book right now called Obstacle is the Way. And y'all should all read it too. It's basically saying like everything that y'all are saying. Like that one thing that is the hardest thing and it seems like it's gonna take forever to get through and you wanna quit, that's the thing that's gonna actually get you to the other side. It's like I forgot the exact quote, but it's like basically the obstacle, the hard part becomes the way. Like the thing that's in the way becomes the way.
Right.
So it's like if you got a big ass rock in front of a door, but you need to get to the other side, you gonna try. You can walk away, but you never get to the other side.
Right.
The only way to the other side is
It's
through
to
it.
walk through that shit.
You gotta go through it.
keep going,
Right.
bro.
It's like then once you
guess
get
what?
past
You
it,
you stronger now.
now you stronger, you
You know what
smarter.
I'm saying?
You way smarter.
You so much more. It's like okay, cool.
Yeah.
Like I see life as like I always tell people like I see the world as a simulation or whatever, or as a video
Absolutely.
game.
Every level you go, it gets harder.
Every level,
every
like,
time
you learn something.
It's like my
bam.
home, like
but you going, but you know
I'm trying
that's
to
how
level
you know
up on
you
these ones.
succeeding though.
Yeah.
In terms of when things get difficult and you still powering through, you just going. You just got to keep going.
That's
man.
the best way.
I've always stuck by that mantra, man. Like I felt like whenever you level, it feel like it's about to be something that, you know, that's gonna get better in your life, or you gonna improve yourself. When somebody's going through school, they gotta still juggle finances. They gotta juggle their children, whatever.
Right.
Once they get out of that, come out of that clean, now you want to pop. You feel me? Like you know what I'm saying? Like so, whenever you just gotta go through something more difficult. Like the next time we come back around and do, you know what I'm saying? Have a project to work on, or whatever that we figuring out. Ooh, next one, like we'll be way more smooth and way more efficient because we go through so many things and we learn how to set things up and go along.
Right.
So you know that's what's
Good shit over there.
Damn, I need to go in and down and kill
That's
him.
what's cool about
Yeah,
it.
wrap this up.
And that's how I see it. Like, and the way I see it is like when you're going through something, I feel like now, like I'm going through shit in my life right now. It's just like I feel like if I don't, like it won't be over until I learn something from it.
Man, I get excited when I start going through shit, man. 'Cause I know
You got
something
to.
about to happen.
If I don't
Something
learn
on the
something from
horizon,
it-
you know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to figure it out.
I feel like whoever's controlling simulations, like, no, you need to learn something from it. Like, this won't end until you learn something from it. You gotta learn, you gotta get a lesson from it. You can't just sit and just wait till it's over and wait it out. I'm good. You can't wait it out. You gotta literally learn something from it so you can know for the next time. You lose your apartment, you lose your crib, you gotta learn something like, okay, what's for the next time. So when you get it back, it's like, okay,
Bro.
cool, now you know.
Oh yeah,
The-
definitely.
it's-
Man.
I was just telling so Valentino, that's my cousin, and also one artist that really, Tino helped me,
Shout out to
invited me
Valentino.
into this game, basically. You know what I'm saying? I was living in Arkansas, me and my wife was down there, and you know what I'm saying, bro, he was doing the music, so I come back and forth, you know what I'm saying, come listen, you know what I'm saying, just, you know, give him my support, bring
Right.
people up, you know, let people know his music was popping, you know what I'm saying? So I told him when I moved back, shit, I'm gonna help you with whatever you need, you know what I'm saying, bro? I come back a couple weeks, we throwing shows, and I work the dough, help them run the joint, whatever the case may be. Turn a few months later, I got artists asking me to manage them, and we end up they just kept building. And I ran into, you know, my boy Influence, you know what I'm saying? And, he wanted me to manage him. And I'm like, bro, I've never done this, but Niggas know I had a mouthpiece. I was always doing it anyway.
Right.
We just put a title on it. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
I told him we on this road. Hey, look, still grinding. Valentino just moved to China this week. You know what I'm saying? Got some business working out over there. He's gonna be there for about him and his wife gonna be there for about 2 years. You know what I'm saying? That's the one in the movie where
Remember the glass sunglasses?
now that's influence. He's actually there.
No, not the big sunglasses. The
In the
cat that's
beginning,
in the
beginning, that's,
yeah.
you know, that's
okay.
talking to Dex. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He just moved to China. You know what I'm saying? So, and I told him, he was just telling me about just the different things that they going through, had the process of learning how to get over there and all that. And they've been over there for about 3-4 days now, and it's real. They moved to fucking China. You know what I'm saying? And I told him, there's no school in the world that's gonna teach you what you learning right now.
Yeah,
There's
Absolutely.
nobody can
Teaching
teach you that.
experience.
You know what I'm saying, bro? And I'm like,
Life is the best
that's,
teacher.
I'm telling you, like, you get out here, get travel, learn you something. Like, listen, if y'all need some things, let me know. We'll be, talking about that. We'll be able to get you some things shipped in, directly from the source. We working, you know what I'm saying, bro?
Right.
But just to give you an idea, like, I told him, look, there's nothing that will prepare you for life like life. You know what I'm saying? So,
that's true.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah, jump off the porch, man.
You got it.
So if you want to sit down and waste your time, when they tell you we got the same number of hours in a day,
It's a fact.
bro, it's what you plan to do with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I can't, it's certain things that I'm just not going to do.
You know what?
I'm always going to create.
I was listening to what was that? I think it was Joe Rogan. I was just like looking at YouTube clips, and he was talking.
Love Joe Rogan.
He was talking about just specifically how it's so amazing what we don't realize what we can endure in terms of just physical activity, just anything, just when a human just like, can I take another step? Can I keep going forward? Like that. I think we underestimate ourselves in terms of what we do. Like I don't think that a lot of people utilize their time like they should. Like it's hard to. We all have a lot of things lined up in the day, but it's a lot of people that don't, man. And I can't be like one of those people.
Yeah.
It's like, and then when you realize when you go through certain things that push you through that. And put you like, I could do more with my kid. I could get up earlier. I can, you know what I'm saying? I can, get ahead of all this stuff.
You learn it,
man.
yeah.
Yeah. It's definitely that's what's awesome about the human experience, man. I can get to, damn, man.
That ain't the shit from the movie when he killed him in the gas station.
I'm about to say, I don't think I want to. What's up, man?
Hey, know your target.
There you go. I love it.
Where you got?
Man, I'm glad
you.
you. So look, right? I know you fellas had an opportunity to come to the premiere, and then in the premiere was a few, just different things, sound things. Before we put it on Amazon, which again, all you got to do is go to Mr. Mata Movie on Amazon. It'll come right up. You can rent it for as low as $2, $1.99, and you can buy it for like $8.99, I think. So you rent it, you got it for like 2 hours. I mean, for 24 hours. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead and check it out. We did clean up some of the sound stuff. You know what I'm saying? It plays well. You know what I'm saying? I think people enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? What did y'all think?
To me, it was a good movie. I'm not into. I didn't know anything about the movie, so I'm taking this. I'm not into black film a lot because when some people do black film, they always do the same
I get it.
damn thing.
Yeah.
Like Plug Love.
Yeah.
I hated that shit.
What?
Like, I don't want to see that type of shit in our movie. You know what I'm saying? And your movie, like
It's
you
kinda-
said, it was Interview with the Vampire mixed with, what you say?
I'm about it.
I'm about it, right? And like I say, the way y'all put on the premiere and everything, I thought that was super dope. You know what I'm saying? I said, oh, the West Side is out here, West Side. I'm like, that was super dope. You actually had people come to a theater to watch the movie.
Yeah, man.
And then as I'm watching it, I'm into it. Now I'm like, this is, you know what I'm saying? I'm
Right.
definitely into the movie. And the fact it was about a hitman, and he's showing what's going on, and it wasn't just we selling dope, we doing, it wasn't that.
It was-
So like you say, you like your thrillers, your crime movies, and that was it. And I really appreciate it. And I said, this is a good movie, and I can't wait to see what these guys do next. You know what I'm saying?
And it didn't come off corny, like
Right, it didn't.
You know what I mean?
That's
It
what-
had a
See,
good feel to
that's
it.
exactly what we aimed, like that right there.
Yeah.
The cornball factor, like it's hard to to like make everything super authentic.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's hard to do that with film, and that's why. But you know, you just gonna have those type of moments. You know, it's cringy type of.
Right,
you know what
right.
I'm
And then, like
saying?
you said, as the process as you learn, your next
Yeah.
movie gonna be even better.
Absolutely.
Your next movie after that gonna be even
We
better.
tried our best to
I-
take the cringe factor out of a black
And I was
film.
sitting there
You know what I'm
wondering
saying?
how y'all did stuff, and then like when I heard y'all on Chauvinist Pigs, how you was saying you had for the hotel room, the dude was like, yeah, come on y'all can use it for a minute, whatever the case is. I'm like, damn, they really went down and did their hardest to do this movie. And like I said, it was a dope movie to me.
Look, man, there was some scenes, man, like I have the best, like, bro, some of the best memories, like, can't nobody take that. You know what I'm saying, Joe? Like that's done. That's cemented. You know what I'm saying, bro? That's there. You know what I'm saying? And I got stories on top of stories lined up just within the movie itself. You know what I'm saying?
It feels good, just like to me, knowing that if my name attached to it, like, I mean, if you want to be like super critical, like, yeah, you know, every film critic is like, you know, if they was like, you know, in big league status things, yeah, they'll take it, they'll poo-poo it or whatever.
Right.
But like, you know, they you know, but they still couldn't ignore the fact that we created a story that was you know had interesting details and twists and turns.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to get down to techniques, yeah, we don't have a $1 billion budget. But
that's
what we
okay.
did, it came through.
Right.
What did the budget that y'all
the way
did have? Yeah.
Right, it came through the way that it hit so smoothly in the terms of like it didn't feel like it was out of place. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know how to really explain. Like it didn't. Like I said, like that cringe factor. Just like we would like how many hours on editing, dude? Like
Bro,
we were just sitting up
3
going
years,
over
and this
things
is like
no, you gotta feel right. when
Yeah,
you watch it,
and I don't
you know what
blame you
I'm
because
saying?
when you're making something with your name on it, you want it to be
Yeah,
that way.
man,
Not
I'm
just,
proud
oh,
of
let me
it,
do it
man.
and make people like
I'm
you.
proud of it.
Yeah, it was real good. I didn't know it was on Amazon. I'm gonna have to get it so
Yeah,
I can
bro.
watch it. Is
Y'all
it
see
digital?
all
I can
these-
watch it digitally?
Come
Okay.
on, streaming.
funny you should mention that.
Oh, shit.
So check it, right? This is one of the movie posters. You know what I'm saying?
Ah.
Oh, dope,
And so
dope.
what you do is you scan that joint right there. You can scan it with
Camera?
your IG. And not your
Oh,
IG.
I see it, I see
Yeah,
it.
your IG
Oh,
and your,
yeah,
and your
the-
Snapchat. And it'll
Okay.
take you right to it. Yep, it's on Amazon, you know what I'm saying? So y'all,
That's dope.
can y'all hang that up in here? Or is it-
Yeah, we can get it in.
Yeah, we can put it in here.
Okay.
Put it like-
It's ours?
Yeah, come
Okay.
on, bro.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, we
Oh,
can get it
man.
in there.
Okay. Let me slide it.
And I like the guy, the hitman.
Yeah, Speller, man. Shout out
Shout out
Speller, bro.
Speller.
Listen,
Yeah, he
he
had-
was gonna try and make it up here.
He
but-
had that look for it.
Listen,
you know
bro.
what I'm saying?
Listen,
He did.
Listen, bro. When I tell you, you know, he came up when we came to Chauvinistic Pigs, and when I tell you, bro, he another artist that I met through the music. You know what I'm saying, Joe? And I told him, you know, we had talked business years ago because he was, again, me and Valentino, I was helping every show we getting it done. You know what I'm saying? We throwing these shows and taking the tour, the Party and Peace tour,
Yeah.
all across the U.S. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I saw him, you know, in and out through shows, and we just got familiar. And I told him, look, bro, I don't know what we gonna do, but we gonna work one day. You know what I'm saying, bro? This is before anything. You know what I'm saying? This is before anything. This was a minute ago, and I'm just like, we just kept in touch.
Right.
When I wrote the movie, I was writing it that if I couldn't find nobody, I'd do it myself. Which, you know,
That's
yeah,
what you
right.
gotta do.
After it was, if you have to do it,
You
yeah,
gotta do what you gotta do.
but that's not what I wanted. But I always said him for some reason. I thought he just had a look where, you know what I'm saying, Joe? It's
And that's what I like, because he looked there. Because, you know, some people to get it, well, let me get this guy and put braids on him. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, nah, he looks stupid now.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Like,
His look was
This
perfect
shit
for the
peeling
movie.
up on
Right.
the edge now. You know, it's like,
Hey, could you grow a fro for me? Like, no.
my mindset for the movie was to pick somebody that was pretty, like, general. Like, if you were to describe him to the police saying he just ran away,
Yeah.
what you gonna say?
Ball. What else he had?
Was he bald?
Was he bald or no?
See?
He had a short cut.
Right.
He had a real low cut.
Describe him,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
How tall is he?
Can't even reach. I don't know.
How much he weigh?
Now 6 feet.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Beard,
Yeah.
not really. I don't know.
Right,
Like,
right.
you can't even really
you
describe.
know, he looks like one of them, you know, them Molians.
Yeah,
Like
a
The same guy. You know,
Like,
everybody all look
light
like.
skin? Is he dark skin? Is he?
Yeah.
Nah, he like.
He's a caramel mocha.
Yeah, right. You can't really
It's a
describe.
paper bag.
Right.
It's the paper bag because that's how they
You know what I'm saying? And they wouldn't-
you would know.
But he still had a distinct look, but I didn't want him describable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, not really describable. And then, like, you know, I think it played into and mentally how I think how he could get away with this shit. So,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like
That's-
real
yeah.
shit. You know, and that was my mindset in it. You know what I'm saying? I put a lot of thought into a lot of the details. Once
Right.
y'all watch it again, bro, I
Yeah.
think y'all gonna have an opportunity to look at even smaller stuff. You know
Yeah,
what
so
I'm saying?
I definitely want to look at it again. That's why I said it's digital because I'm gonna get it and I'm gonna watch it. Probably watch it tonight, and have my cousin watch. My cousin like movies like this. He
Yeah.
watch the ID channel all day, so
Okay.
we gonna probably smoke something. And watch
You know what I'm
it.
saying? And it's little stuff in it that I try to like. You know, of course, if you want to get super technical, yeah, he may have left some DNA on something. Fuck up, it's a movie. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
For the most part, the shit that that's going on, one might be able to get away with it if he
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
what was one movie that y'all saw or you saw that made you think like, yo, I can do this shit too?
bro, I don't want to say it like that, but one movie that showed me that how I could execute, you know what I'm saying, was a part of the game. You know what I'm saying? Before that, I came into that, you know what I'm saying, I ended up, go check that out, that's on YouTube, that's about probably over almost 4 million views now. You know what I'm saying, 3.5 million, something like that. It's one of the best movies out of Chicago. You know what I'm saying? We did the premiere. As a matter of fact, just to kind of go back, the premiere of A Part of the Game, where I played like a host and Valentino's in it as well, and I played the club host. And you know what I'm saying, it's a good joint, you know what I'm saying? That's something I just read for because he was in it, you know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah, I'll help out, and gave me a chance to meet Breezy, and we had a bond, you know what I'm saying? Like this, I saw what she was doing, I was like, man, I'm closer than what I think, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's just, you can't do it without people, you know what I'm saying? And if you just have the vision, and people believe in the vision, bro, and they believe in you, man, they'll do everything.
And y'all had a very strong support system because that theater was full.
Yeah,
bro.
Like, you know what I'm
That
saying?
was
Seat to
crazy,
seat. You
man.
know what I mean?
Man, dude, that was like a little overwhelming to see that.
Bro, I
you
couldn't
know what I'm
even see
saying? Like,
straight that night. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yo.
Like it was just too much because everybody was there. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And you
yeah.
remember talking to these
We
people
shot heads
about
on
this
swivel,
project.
like,
this-
Joe, we
you know what I'm
couldn't
saying?
even catch up with everybody the way
Yeah,
we
you remember telling people about this shit for the last 2 years. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And you see
Funny.
everybody was telling all at once, and everybody like, hey, and I'm like, whoa.
That was
Yeah,
crazy.
that's why like we were sitting there. We just I see y'all.
You see us bouncing around.
Y'all had to bounce around, yeah. So I wasn't finna like, yeah, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, they doing their thing.
It was
Cool. He gave me the head
man.
nod.
We was trying. We was
Yeah,
trying to
man.
get to everybody that night, man. I was just trying to make sure everybody had seats and tickets.
Yeah.
Because I knew he was working. You know what I'm saying, with the press
And it was see straight.
and
Like,
dude,
you know what I'm saying?
It was so. It happens.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. It was such like the level that it's on. You know what I'm saying? It's just like us just being like, you know, having now attendance to our theater and everything. Just for the fact that people do this on a big scale, I could see how shit can get crazy for them.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, of course, like if you go along, it probably would be more organization in terms of more people to handle things that you don't have to touch.
Yeah.
But just
But,
still,
you know, look.
still being a part of this like that event, like that shit was pretty cool.
So it
man,
was
just to
that whole
experience that.
feeling that you be like, you know what I'm saying? That's like the pressure, you know what I'm saying? You get a high from it. You know what I'm saying? From the pressure of presenting and getting this shit right, and then the shit that's going wrong. Yeah, like we was just talking. That shit sucked at the time. The shit that was going wrong or the shit that I couldn't change.
You laughing, man.
I was so pissed off about it, but you have to keep going. And now you look back at like, look, I remember all that shit and shit turned out perfect. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you know, that's part of it, bro. We gonna go through some shit. You just can't walk through it and keep going. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
All right. So that being said, we done a lot of talking about the behind the scenes of the movie, but let's talk about what's presented.
All right.
So y'all tell us what you know what I'm saying, what it is. Tell us about Mr. Mata. You know what I'm saying, and how you came about titling it the way you titled it.
Gotcha.
Because it isn't like Mr. Period Mata. It's Mr. Comma Mata.
Right. All right. So, bro, listen. So I wrote this. I was working at this gig, right? You know, and I was like, the summers are super slow. You know what I'm saying? I was selling health insurance, and so I would sit there all summer, bro, and work on my stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? We got meetings and we got, you know what I'm saying, sessions and all this, you know, going on shows.
Right.
And so I would spend all day doing that, and then I still found myself with all this idle time. So, bro, I was like, man, talking to my homie Dylan, you know what I'm saying, and my homie Sid, they both sat to the left and right of me. I'm like, bro, I'm gonna go fuck around and write a movie. What am I waiting on? You know what I'm saying? I might as well do it now. I've been doing this, I've been doing that, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, what am I waiting on? So I start putting some bones on it. You know what I'm saying? And every day I, put a little bit more on it. But the first time that I actually had a story in my mind, I had the bones of it, I went to the studio. You know what I'm saying? And I talked to Tino and Dominique. I'm like, yo, I got it. You know what I'm saying? I got this. I got the story. You know what I'm saying? Because I always have these vivid ideas on like treatments of videos and things like that. You know what I'm saying? I had something I was locked in on. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is it. So I told it to them, Bones version. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's dope. All right, go to the crib, tell my wife. When I tell her, I'm adding more to it as we go through the story. We coming up with the names, and you know what I'm saying? And now, all right, I think I called you over. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, by then you had everything drawn up at that point. When you brought me in on it, we was talking about it, and you told me.
I think I had it probably like revision 2 or 3, 7. I was locked in. I kid you not. I had sent it to family members, people in the business. I'm like, this is the script. You know what I'm saying? People telling me, oh, it's only like 50 pages. It's gonna be short. Is this a short film? I'm like, no, it's not, because I know how to tell stories. You know what I'm saying? I talk, and I would sit down and tell my homies the movie.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Explaining to them word for word what happens with no script. You know what I'm saying? Telling them about it. And I'm getting the same reaction every time. You know what I'm saying? I'm going through details, and every time, everybody that read it, same thing. And I'm like, man, and then I get into the most critical people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Same thing. And I'm like, damn, we could do this. So I started thinking, let me look at these production companies. They want 20 bands and this to shoot on these days. And I'm like, should I hustle for this money, or should I start building my team?
Right.
And that's, we did both. You know what I'm saying, bro? And start building that team. And we ended up calling it Mr. and Mata because I wanted it to be deceiving. It was a long thought process. Mm-hmm. After going through all these revisions, it didn't have a name. It didn't have a name till way after revision 7. You know what I'm saying? The movie was done, but everything I wanted to be kind of like, I didn't want to cater to a certain market. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want them to think this was a plug love, or, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to look interesting. People would click it and be like, oh, this is a decent movie. You know what I'm saying? I don't want people trying to pigeonhole the shit so they could dodge around it. I want a motherfucker to click it that probably normally wouldn't. I want people to be interested thinking, is it Mr. Mata? And then watching it and be like, oh, no, it's Mr. and Mata. You know what I'm saying? And it was just something, we just thought about it. I didn't want to make it, something in the city, and you know what I mean? That kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? That,
too typical.
I really thought about that name. It took me a while to settle on it, and I'm happy it's in my. It will never be anything but that now. You know what I'm saying? I can't see that as anything else now. So it was something that I thought about long and hard, and I liked it. You know what I'm saying? And I think it plays the way I wanted to. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Once people check it out.
So, what was the fastest scene y'all got done?
Yeah.
And what was the longest scene y'all had to keep doing?
Fastest scenes, that's hard to say because
it could be little things. Maybe one of the first ones.
Some scenes that y'all see not even like the same day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? There's certain scenes that you'll see it looks like the same day, but it's not. You know what I'm saying? Some scenes are.
I would say.
What's the shortest scene?
Let's see. I would say we had stuff where we would say it was just like I don't want to say it was like a stock or like something we had scenes where we would do downtown at the bar. Maybe that was probably the fastest.
Gang. Perfect example. So look, I tell you, so I'm working, at this, I'm a health insurance broker. You know what I'm saying? I'm working for this company at the time. And, bro, this is, we had one actor, to film a small scene for him. Bro, so I took my lunch break, you know what I'm saying? The bar across the street that we always go to for lunch and go have drinks, watch the game after work sometimes, you know what I'm saying? I knew the manager. I hollered at him, I'm like, listen, I got the film, blah, blah, blah. I want to shoot something here.
Right.
All right, cool. Ooh, you know what I'm saying? I took lunch. The crew met me there. We shot it there. and I went back to work. You know what I'm saying, bro? And we knocked it out. And it's a scene that, you know, it can't. Hey, we did a lot in that time.
Yeah.
When I think about how much footage we had and knocked it out, then we left. He left with the actor, got some more stuff.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
train,
Just
quick
train.
train ride, and that was, you know, we was out. I think that was
So
an hour almost.
It was done, Joe. We knocked it out, and it was, you know, it was just, it's an experience, bro. Nothing like it. Like just.
The longest though. Oh
man,
man, that was Spiller and Mike, right?
It's between Spiller and Mike and Icy. Shout out my boy Icy.
Shout out
You know
to
what I'm
Big
saying?
Mike, Big Michael Hammond.
Yeah, man. Hey, listen, bro. We got some good dudes in this movie, man. Shout out to Deno. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Listen, bro. I just went and saw him yesterday. He just took care of me. You know, he a mechanic right off 66.
Yeah, he followed me on IG.
Hey, bro, listen. He just took care of me. Y'all need some work done. Keep it in the community.
I wish
Go
I
over
would
there.
have
66,
known that
51.
today. Sure. I had to get my car fixed today.
Hey, Chris too, bro. That was played his man's.
Yeah, Chris. Oh, shout out Chris, bro.
Bro.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro.
Hey,
Chris
listen, came through, bro.
man.
Listen,
Yeah.
I had a brother. Listen, we, my Fast Money family, you know what I'm saying? So, listen, we been all in Atlanta together and kicked it, and you know what I'm saying? Just out of nowhere, I was driving. I had somebody that was supposed to shoot a scene, flaked on me. This happens, y'all. Surprise, surprise, right? The day of, I got the whole crew coming out to set, you know what I'm saying? Though the day of, and cat flake on me. So he like a picture or something. I hit him, bro. What you on? What you need? Bro, I need you to fill this role in for me. Came in, killed it, was there till 6 in the morning with us, bro. Had to be at work at the Ford plant right after that. You dig what I'm saying, bro? Listen, we filmed, we got that's one of the best scenes in the movie. You know what I'm saying? I think that's for y'all. I say the pool table room. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Had one of the best scenes in it. These brothers came and killed it, bro, and they did it. You know what I'm saying? So supporting. You know what I'm saying?
Good. That's
You know
what you
saying?
need.
Listen, bro. I'm talking about low. I called him on my way to set. You know what I'm saying? He came
right through.
and was there at 6 in the morning, bro. I called him like, look, bro.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta
If
think
you
about
close,
it.
because he lived close. I'm like, man, that makes sense.
Taking in perspective though, like that's what kind of is so tripped out about it, man, is that nobody was like professional actors. Like these is all just, you know.
You had a few.
I mean, it's a real.
Aspired to be.
It's a real movie, so it's like,
Yeah.
you know, to me, when you got a little more realism in the movie as far as the people as well, it's gonna bring out the
But
movie good.
And the fact that the people didn't come off all robotic.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, he got shot. Like, you know, shit like that.
Exactly.
You
Like,
want to see the
Did you feel that? Like,
yeah,
you know
I felt it. That's why that's what's
like,
good, because you, like I say, you look at certain movies and you can
Yeah.
peep what's phony or you over the top doing it,
Yeah.
and none of that was in the movie.
Hey, shut up that director. Hey, listen, bro, listen. I'm so picky, right? And these people trust my judgment, Joe. I got them in, like, I'm so, like, picky. I know I'm direct, bro. I know, Joe, they would deal with me for hours, bro. And I don't know if I'm tough to deal with on set. I'm trying to be, you know what I'm saying, to make everybody feel like welcome, bro, and they know I'm in it with them. You know what I'm saying, Joe? I ain't here bossing nobody around. I ain't, you know what I'm saying, that ain't how we do. You know what I'm saying? Stuff get tense, but Joe, it's nothing like the feeling of accomplishing it. You know what I'm saying, Joe? I remember days like I get up from work, we'll film till 6 in the morning. You know what I'm saying, bro? I remember laying down like aching. You know what I'm saying, Joe? And like, what the fuck are we doing? And getting up to get to it the next day, and the shit that it's, you know, you look back on it, like we said, bro, it's a beautiful thing, man.
It's a rewarding feeling, man.
If you had to like choose like a dream team of people you wanted to work with, like, you know how they got the Hateful Eight movies, so you got Samuel L. Jackson, and you got this person, actors, you know.
Man, it's hard to say. I'm gonna pull up.
Picking.
A good 5.
Yeah.
Five.
So
I'm
for
gonna
other
keep
people,
look. I'm gonna keep it real for me, bro. I'm on this whole train. I like what my boy doing. Who directed Black Panther?
Ryan Coogler.
I roll like that. You know what I'm saying, bro? The actors that I want to do something with is, you know what I'm saying, Valentino. Got them in Influence, Spiller, you know what I'm saying, Big Mike, you know what I'm saying, like You know why? Because, bro, if I ever do something, the next one, they gonna have a role. Any actor that supported me on this project, I'm reaching out to them. Because that's what we doing. Not saying I'm excluding nobody, but look,
Right.
That's fair.
this what we did with no budget. Give me some money, watch what's gonna happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is me talking to these people, them believing in me, bro, and getting a project out that I did by myself with no money. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Speaking on those guys, those reliable guys, man, we had one dude, man, that we used to work with before on the Conglomerate series, man. My man J-Rock, man. Like,
Yeah.
J-Rock was a
Yeah, bro.
hey, dude. If y'all go back and watch him, bro, watch that show. He stand out so much, you know what I'm saying? Because his personality, it just shined through, man.
Watch the Conglomerate, though. That's
the Conglomerate was a good,
y'all-
it was a good little series, man. When we were working on that, we had good experiences on that.
Bro, if y'all see, we wrote that with Valentino, Dominique.
Shout out to Valentino.
You know what I'm saying? We had about 5 writers on. We would come, sit down, write the episode on Monday and Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? Group writing sessions. Shoot the episode over the next 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Sundays and Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? Listen, bro, and we had this, it was churning. It was hard because you have actors that, we got 4 actors supposed to show up. 2 did.
Right.
Well, guess what?
We gotta do that.
We got to write around this scene,
right.
and we did it, and it was, bro.
J-Rock was every time, Joe. Every time we needed him to shoot, he come through. He bring an extra wardrobe. He doing what he had to do. Like, he was really down for us, Joe. And I appreciated that about. I mean, not to say that nobody else didn't put forth the effort or whatever.
Right.
But like you could see, he really wanted this to do something, you know.
Right.
And
we missed him. We missed him on Mr. Model, bro. But we have things going on. But listen, the actors, the actors,
the
I'm
usual
looking
suspects is definitely.
I'm looking if I can get that out of them. You know what I'm saying, bro? With our ideas and the shit that we can come up with. You know what I'm saying? Imagine they give us a piece of change. You know what I'm saying, bro? There's certain things that you just can't do it all. You know what I'm saying? And there's certain things that it's what can you do with what you got? You know what I'm saying? Check us out. You know what I'm saying? We got a good one. You know what I'm saying? People thoroughly enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm happy with that. And the one thing I hear is the realism in it, or you know what I'm saying? People not talking about no corniness. They like the acting. You know what I'm saying? That's what I like, because that's me talking to these people. You know what I'm saying? And like trying to get them to. I think everybody did what I asked them to. You know what I'm saying, bro? Down to shout out. No, she played Marty in the movie. I don't be wanting to call people by their damn Instagram name, but that's all. That's what you see. You know what I'm saying?
Underscore.
But Marty, this girl came in and auditioned, bro. You know what I'm saying? Her role was so much smaller. How the train just started.
Finally moving. After about 3 hours.
Wow.
That's only 3? Yeah.
With the big guy?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Listen, she came in, her role was so much smaller. You know what I'm saying? We added more because of what she was doing. You know what I'm saying? And just the energy people give you. Look, bro, to be able to have the ability to be like, all right, well, this is what we're doing now.
Right.
And we just changed it on the fly. We became so fluid because we had to do it so much with the Conglomerate. You know what I'm saying, bro? I'm talking about it'd be days where you show up, you got 30% of the crew. You said you know, people. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes actors not as easy to deal with.
Right.
And especially if they ain't getting paid. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But those are things that I learned through doing that and being on these other movies. I was production manager on 2 different movies. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, being around it more, learning, like anything else, those experiences, bro. And we started just churning out those scenes. You know what I'm saying? Towards the end, it was like the last 6 times, we was like, that was the easiest day to shoot. The next time, no, that was the easiast day. You know what I'm saying? That was so, we just, what that trial and error was going, and we was just rolling, we was hitting it, bro. And shout out to Shantae. Listen, that movie is as much as hers as it is mine. You know what I'm saying, bro? Listen, that's my, if this is my right hand, that's my left hand. You know what I'm saying, bro? And I couldn't, without them, I'm armless. You know what I'm saying, bro? All I got is a mouth and an idea, and I could show you the script and how I think it should look.
Right.
But, you know what I'm saying, the worst scenes that you see visually is when I had to pick up the camera. You know what I'm saying? Like, straight up. So I own that. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is, you you work with your team, and then it was days where we got 4 cameramen. You know what I'm saying? So shout out Cedric, shout out Steve. You know what I'm saying? Who else came out and shot, John? Oh, Lavelle, you know what I'm saying?
Lavelle,
Listen, bro,
Lavelle,
we got some good, now these are some professionals, you know what I'm saying? When days, but like I said, some of the worst scenes in there is when I just had to hold the camera a couple times, you know what I'm saying? You make do, you know what I'm saying? And I think as long as your story's strong, people will rock with you, you know what I'm saying? They'll look over some of your, you know what I'm saying, imperfections, and then sometimes the imperfections make it what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, yeah, you look at some movies, bro, and that's what make them what
Some
they
people
are.
are known for those little character flaws, whatever, those little things that happen. But yeah, it's dope, man.
All right, so you want to ask about that? You know, I know you got a specific genre. You know?
I gotta do a horror movie.
You know what? I've been thinking about it, but eventually.
You know
Call
what
me
I'm
and
saying?
Tim as soon as you do it. All right. Me and Tim Love or
Because you know what?
Shout out Hope.
That's my
Shout-
genre. Like I didn't need to answer that question earlier. That's my genre right there,
Right.
man. Somebody gotta die, man.
Yes.
You got
My
like,
problem is I almost overthink everything.
Well,
So
horror
I have to
movies-
get into a place of a story I could settle on.
Right. I don't want to
And
dumb
then go.
myself
So I don't
down when
know. I don't know
watch horror
yet.
movies,
And I feel like it's gonna be like very close to what I did. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the kind of shit that I'm in. Because that's kind of.
I like.
And some
I
people.
like.
Hold on.
I like. Oh, my
Look,
bad.
I was gonna say that's kind of a horror, because just to give you an idea, so what he wears after in the kitchen scene,
Mm-hmm.
I wore that last year to my on Halloween
Okay.
to my company Halloween costumes. You know what I'm saying? I had the gloves on, you know what I'm saying, and the hood, and the sweatshirt and jogging
Right.
pants, but how they look after the fight. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm walking around with that. I won best horror costume. And I'm like, I ain't thinking about it, but to some people that is kind of
Yeah, that's horror, yeah.
because it's-
Right.
right. So that's where I was going with that.
Yeah, I think that man, I will definitely want to do one, man. But it got to be one of those because like I said, I don't like to get dumbed down when it comes to horror movies. I like movies that's kind of like fuck with your head a little bit.
Yeah, cause
and you know can scare the shit out of you a little bit. So I don't know if I
you
can
need
achieve
that because to me, I feel like all the monsters are gone. Freddy, everybody.
Yeah,
is
see,
gone.
and that's
so
what-
the best thing to do now is to give you a scare, but also you don't have to be satanic or whatever the case is.
Yeah.
Just make it more.
Supernatural.
Yeah, something like.
And that's something that I'm thinking, like, this, it ain't super, and I always try and, like I said, I don't be wanting to overthink it. It's like, but what lane are you thinking? Are you think, because I get tired of these, like, religious, like the nun and this, and this.
Yeah.
And it's just like, how do you do that? I don't want to do that, you know what I'm saying? I got ideas of, do you want to do the Jason Freddy Ghoul type deal?
I want
And
to do something based on, I say legend or folklore type of thing. When you, cause you know those are the ones that really kind of like have, if they got a backstory and they got
story,
like,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
like. Think about like Candyman.
Oh, so
Yeah,
That's right, but that's what I'm saying. Is
You know what I'm saying?
but that's like a Jason or
Yeah,
that's
if I
like
can't
a-
achieve
you know what I'm
that
saying?
type of, I feel like if I can't achieve that type of feel of the story, that give you that like, you know,
Right.
this shit been around, like you know.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I would like that, yeah, but you know, like you say, you ain't got to always go to Freddy Krueger and Jason's and that. You can make
Yeah.
it.
It's
Some
based, but I'm saying it's a murderous entity,
Right.
That
Just
has
added with something,
He
yeah.
is. Why is he? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you writing around that, and so and that's kind of what I did with this.
Yeah.
Is it's a murderous entity, and you just gotta, you know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah.
like, you know, like look, we'll never kill him in my movie. You know what I'm saying? Maybe. No. but you know what I'm saying, bro? But it's one of those things where I'm trying to figure out what I could do that's not gonna be like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's hard for me to. I'm trying to think on the next one.
I would say this. It would have to come down to something rather than a horror movie. I think what I would want to gear towards would be something more along the lines of one of my favorite movies as well. I didn't mention this one earlier. American Psycho, right? That book, everything about that's just a crazy ride. Period. Like the fact that they condensed it all down to that film. It was like they did a pretty good job, but you know
But-
you can never achieve.
And that's not really a horror. That's the same thing.
But right, that's what I said. That's why I said like rather than try to go for that brass ring of how getting a horror movie that can that would be that good. I would more along the lines of trying to create something more horrific, more gory. You know what I'm saying? Than,
you know what I'm saying?
To do a straight
a good
up
way to-
scare or a jumper.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm
Or
saying?
paranormal. You know, I would rather deal in a realm of like, you know, well, this shit probably could happen in real life.
Listen.
You know what I'm saying?
Watch that joint. I was telling you the
Outlaw
comes
Kid?
at night.
Oh,
They
okay.
come for us at night. I tweeted it. I gotta look at it. It's
And you said it's on Netflix, right?
Yeah, it
Okay.
comes at night, or they come for us at night, some shit like that. As soon as you type it in, you're gonna see it. Listen,
Okay.
it's scenes in that joint where I'm just like, that's what I wanted for my scene. You know what I'm saying? But
You know what I thought would be fly, low key, like if we did a Homie the Clown movie, like a
That is a good-
I've thought of that before
like,
because
yo,
you remember, I don't know if y'all remember back in the day,
people on
they talked
edge
about
back
that.
in the day, like
they talked
No,
about
listen, that is. So I just saw something recently where that is, folklore, Chicago folklore.
yeah.
But it was at that time frame. It was not only in Chicago. It was like it was circling, and it wasn't no internet. You know what I'm saying? This was goddamn a couple.
Then you already got the John
Newspaper
Wayne Gacy's
articles
walking
and
around
shit.
here and all that.
Yeah,
shit.
it was based on Gacy, so you
Yeah.
had those, which it is a niche market for. You know what I'm saying? But then does it get wrapped up in you put it out and people gonna think it's black motherfuckers trying to make they own it, and it's like no, that's not it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's that time frame.
That's why I say that's the best way. If you do that, you have to make the frame in the '90s. When you're doing that.
Yeah.
You have to give that look
It
for
has to be in that time because
Right,
you
so-
can't tell the story coming from this perspective.
And I'm
And then
just
it's
saying, like when somebody
and then
looking at
you
it.
can say based off true events because this actually was true events about this. So
Well, but it was also
a myth.
you're right.
It was
So,
I don't know. I thought the shit
see,
was
everybody thought it was real. It was
They
so
said
funny.
it-
It,
So it wasn't real?
it was no confirmed.
It was
like somebody in a
it was
band, but they didn't get them.
always-
It's always
Yeah.
it's just one of them things where
They
you
talking
can never
about
they gotta
the
confirm
way,
what or not.
Damn,
Then
so
you'll have
it's Bigfoot.
like where I'm from out west. I'm over there right by Orr High School, right? So they'll say they seen them over there.
Everybody's seen them, bro. Everybody has seen them. If you
I don't
ask,
know.
listen,
we
it's-
didn't go trick or treat one time.
Yeah,
They said-
absolutely.
bro, it's a 1 in 6 chance that if you say that to a room of 6 people, somebody remembers, somebody saw them.
But think about the
I was
world
on
back then, though. Think about how quick we can communicate now as opposed to back then.
Yeah.
Think about how we can confirm things now. That's what made the world more crazy because nobody knew what was real and what was fake because you could still deceive people in those type
Dude,
of.
I'm sitting there thinking, man, I might have
That
some.
might have to be, you know what I'm saying?
Right, so nobody won't know. Right.
Copyright.
Cut the tape.
Homie the Clown.
Hey, listen.
Restrict that was.
No, right. Hey, but I just think, you know what I'm saying, it's that it factor. You know what I'm saying? And they coming with the next one in a few months, right?
September.
Yeah.
That dealing with in the realm of reality, I think that makes the film way more
Because
interesting.
you
than seeing some,
I want to
some
make, I want to
monster
scare
in the
people
closet.
where it could actually happen.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? When I was thinking
Yeah.
of writing this, I didn't want to just make, this is shoot 'em up in Chicago, this, and that. No, this is not that.
Right.
There are murders
Insight.
happening.
Yeah.
But this is kind of some insight to some possible reasons or things that led up to it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Think
you know,
about how many billions of possibilities it is in the world that things go down to the way people die. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the fact that it could possibly exist in the world in some timeline to somebody across the country or whatever.
I want people to be like,
interesting.
look, no, I don't want to say that. I don't want to wish that kind of energy. But, you know what I'm saying? I want people to be wondering, damn, did that really happen?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I try and make it doable shit. You know what I'm saying? That, I don't want it to come off corny or fake. You know what I'm saying? So, start keeping that going, man.
Right.
Let me ask y'all. Y'all got a favorite scene?
I like when he killed that girl in the hotel. Damn.
I was
Maybe
finna say that.
so.
I was just finna say that. Due to the fact that it was finna happen. But
Yeah,
I like
kind of mention the scene without telling what happened.
Yeah.
Next
the aura. The hotel.
Over there on wait.
What's it?
No. So check it. It's the one that's out west.
Yeah.
Oh, the ambiance. They all part of the same.
Right, but it's one out west.
Because I looked, I
one
said,
out
this
west.
kind of look like the. Okay.
Listen, that night was incredible. Yo,
All the men in the hotel.
bro, listen.
Just the aura.
No, it ain't ain't all the men. They going for somebody. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But shit, we was looking around, bro, for a spot where I can book it. So the first time we were supposed to shoot that scene, I booked it. That's the one time my main actor had let me down, but it was the one time he couldn't make it, bro. The one time out of all this filming, and we had already just set it off for another time. It was not meant for us to shoot it that day because we ended up getting that room there, which kind of opened it up for me to do so much more. The scene was written a little bit different. You know what I'm saying, bro? And you know what I'm saying? We got alternate endings. You know what I'm saying? We got different things that we were able to do, but that night was crazy because it was just me, my director of photography, and the 2 actors. And I don't know if y'all know, in the rooms, they only let you take only 2 people go in, and they be on it. For real? Yeah, apparently. Listen, bro, they made me sign all kind of shit that I would not have more than 2 people in the room. Show you your ID. All. I was like, what if I'm having a real good night? You know, it just so happened to be.
What if I got 2 young ladies that might want to be shelter from the cold?
They like, nope. I'm like, damn. So listen, we had to like. Finesse. Listen. So I pulled in, you know what I'm saying, and I had them duck down, you know what I'm saying, and the 2 actors ducked down. I pull in to go park, pay. Then I got out, one go in, come bringing stuff in. Then another one get out, go in. Pretty soon now the other 2 go in. They don't know who coming and going. So shit, we made it. We was in there quiet at first, laughing, fuck it. Then we was done then. We laughing, talking, kick us out. Now we got the scene. You know what I'm saying? It was one of the best nights. The crew was just, man, the energy was good. Everybody was focused. We just knocked it out. We did it so fast that we were able to do it again a different way. Right. You know what I'm saying? So we changed it up. It can go a couple different ways. You know what I'm saying? And we end up, that's the one y'all saw is, you know, one that we went with. Though. Yeah. We had time to spare, and we was like, man, we could do this even better. So yeah, man.
All right, man. I think we got it covered, y'all. We running out of time anyway. It's another show getting ready to come in here.
Yep.
So before we get out of here, y'all, I just want y'all to, tell the people, first and foremost, your social media information, and let the people know what's next for Lstop Productions.
All right. Well, yeah, man. As far as my social media, that's Chicago Outlaw, CHICAGOUTLAW. That's really the main way to get to me, unless you're going to email me at lstopproductions1@gmail.com. Listen, we have been doing different things like shooting commercials for companies and, hey, until the next one ready to go. Right. What we really want you to do is go on to Amazon. Type it in, Mr. Motta, MRMOTTA. Listen, check it out. You can watch it for $2, and I guarantee you're gonna like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can even put the captions on just to get. It's a lot of little details I don't want you to miss when they're talking. You know what I'm saying? The dialogue is important. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things. Once you watch it again, you know what I'm saying, you'll see certain things that I know you missed the first time because they were intentionally done. Like that. So it's a very particular film. So if you pay attention to small details, you know what I'm saying, I think you'll enjoy it even more.
Right.
Cool. So.
Oh, well, no, I haven't really been doing anything about social media lately, man. I've been on kind of a hiatus because of, working and everything like that. But, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, so contact them through the Lstop Productions Gmail. And
lstopproductions1@gmail.com.
And that's how we can rock from there. I mean, and other than that, if it's go time, then that's when I'm ready to go. But just been on. I've just been doing other things outside of the filming right now. So.
All right, what's next, bro? Honestly, I'm playing with a few different ideas. You know what I'm saying? I'm anxious. I'm ready to get an idea on paper. But that's the thing. It's always hard to settle on what you're going with. Because once you get an idea, for me, it's hard to erase it. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for me to start over from scratch. Once I get one, I gotta decide on the idea that I'm locked in with, and then I'll be able to put a story on. Because once I start with that story, I can't rest until it's complete. You know what I'm saying, bro? So it's gonna consume me. It's gonna take my, everything is gonna be. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to figure out a lane and an actual project that I'm, I got some things in the works though.
Man, I mean, just being here, just having this experience right now, I mean, we literally just like kind of like it seemed like we cooked on a real quick idea. Like, so that's what I like coming to doing stuff like this, man. Because when you get around people, man, those creative,
That good energy.
juices, that creative energy start flowing, man. That shit is crazy, though.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, there you have it. Another one is in the bag.
Oh, no, other guy, King B, said he apologized he couldn't make it, but he really wanted to be here. And
Oh,
he
yeah.
want to work
Appreciate
with
it.
y'all. Want to work with y'all soon because he's into directing as well. So.
Let's roll, man.
Yeah,
I'm ready.
man.
You know
That's
what I'm
what's
saying?
up.
We
That's
had,
what's
you
up.
know, we getting through these, Lord have mercy, these holiday seasons.
Right.
You know, I got a lot going on. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
So
absolutely.
it's like, you know, right now I guess they're ramping up for, you know, first quarters when I like to, all right, focus and put a timeline on these ideas and
Right.
what's the next. And so, yeah, I'm anxious to get started anyway. You know what I'm saying? I mull through the holidays and, you know, get little stuff done, but it's hard to focus on a project. But come January, I'm like, we writing something. Something is getting put on paper because, you know, I know it takes me a while to be happy with the I know how long it's gonna take me to be set on a project, and you just never know what may come up. You know what I'm saying? I wrote my film 2014, 15. You know what I'm saying? I wrote it around then, and then the conglomerate came about. So you know what I'm saying? Like we had the script, this was ready to go, and then I'm like, do I need to find money and try and buy somebody to shoot it now,
Right.
or let's take on something else, learn throughout that process. You know what I'm saying? And
Bring
that's-
that experience.
Yeah, bring that, you know, just see what happens. Can we do it?
Word.
And I felt like, yeah, we could, and we did. You know what I'm saying?
Word. All right, fellas. Well, thank y'all again for coming out, man.
Yes, sir. I
Much
appreciate
success
it,
to
man.
y'all. I did enjoy Mr. Mata. I'm going to watch it again. I was
Yeah.
going to watch it again
Mhm.
before we did the interview, but I didn't get a chance to. I was dog tired yesterday, so I got in the bed. That was it.
But I feel you. You know what I'm
You know what I'm
saying?
saying? But you know what I'm saying? I want to just tell the audience, make sure y'all go check that thing out, Mr. Mata. It's on Amazon Prime.
Yes,
You know what I'm
sir.
saying?
Buy it, don't rent it. Buy it.
Buy it,
Yeah,
brother.
right, man.
If you ain't
Either
got the
way,
money,
man.
just go ahead
man.
and
Yeah.
That's a look.
It's
man.
Bro,
That's a look.
either
one
way,
meal
it's-
from Popeyes.
For me, bro, listen,
Like-
I want as many people to see it as possible. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah.
Like, really, the money, you know what I'm saying? So that's like, okay, but watch it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Watch it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want. The more people watch it, the more people can tell somebody to go check it out.
Right.
Money will take care of itself. That's not a big
Absolutely.
deal. It's more about
The fact that
people
people get
watching it. You know
genuine
what I'm saying?
and them being genuine with their opinion let us know that we did have something. You know,
Right.
it just wasn't people that was just like trying to, you know what I'm saying, cater to anybody's egos and things like that. You know,
Right.
people that were genuinely interested and they enjoyed the experience.
Right.
Yeah, bro, it's a good one, man. I like it. You know what I'm saying? It kind of gives you an idea on how you know, some things I feel like, you know, some things you can do will get you whacked. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure, you know, and that was something I tried to show in the movie. Like, it was kind of an arc to it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was kind of an arc to by the end of it, you almost rooting for him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's
And
true.
that's
Anti-hero shit.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? That was my plan. He might start off senseless, but you know.
You'll see.
You know what I'm saying? So check it out, Joe. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, please leave a review as well. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to sugarcoat it. I mean, but you know, shit, let us know. If you like it, you like it. You know what I'm saying? Check it out. You know what I'm saying? I think people will dig it.
Word. You heard it here. Horse's mouth, y'all. Okay? Alright, we're gonna close this thing out. This is BlvdAveTV. This is episode number 9. Check y'all out. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube. Check the channel out, BlvdAveTV. You can also check out Boulevard Ave Radio video on there as well. Alright? We got more content coming in the new year, so just stay tuned. Alright, this is it. Peace.
And